He is the emperor of the universe. What else can I say except take a look at the screen.
And you, young Skywalker, we will watch your career with great interest. Are you going to kill me?
No, you will not.
Execute Order 66.
Soon I will have a new apprentice.
Rise, my friend. You will be destroyed.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on, Ian McDiarmid!
Greetings from the dark side.
I'm so sorry. It must have been something I had for lunch. Like an Ewok.
Sorry, how are you? Please, you know Amy? Come on in, sit down, make yourself comfortable. Oh my goodness. This is fun. This is fun having you here. This is your first Star Wars weekends.
It is. It's the first time I've been to Disneyland, Disney World.
Wow.
Exciting.
And you, he was on Star Tours earlier today.
I was.
Could you imagine? You're sitting next to the Emperor on Star Tours? Hey, this is a great...
There was a lot of shaking going on. I think that was the operator who spotted me in the third row.
They'll give the Emperor something to talk about.
Yoda came dangerously close, I thought.
Well, it's wonderful to have you here. We are so appreciative of you taking the time to be with us this first week, and we've got some wonderful things planned and fun stuff. But I just want to talk to you about this character that is, we shouldn't love this guy, but we do.
Do you? Where did I go wrong?
No, it's you. And it all started with a little thing that great nose, right?
Oh,
does
yeah.
that mean something
Yeah.
to you? Yeah. So if I say great nose, what does that mean to you?
Well, I got this job really by very good fortune, as you would guess. But it was a kind of stroke of luck, because they'd already cast the guy that they wanted in the part. They wanted the oldest man in the world, and they sort of found this wonderful actor who was pretty old. But unfortunately, he couldn't take the yellow contact lenses tests, so he decided he'd pass. And the casting director, Mary Selway, had seen me in a small theatre production, playing a character created by the great Sam Shepard. The character was called Henry Hackamore, but it was based really on Howard Hughes, and in his latter days. So here was I in a small theatre, very close to the audience, much closer than I am even to you in the front row, playing this old decaying person in a wig and long fingernails and so on. And Mary saw me there and then suggested, I guess, because I've never actually asked him, to George that he should see me, because he was a guy who was in his 30s and could probably play old. So I got a call one morning from my agent. That was new for a start. It was fine. I shouldn't malign him. But never speak ill to dead.
No.
Anyway, he called and said, "Good morning, Ian. George Lucas would like to see you." So of course I dropped the phone and I picked it up and so on. They said, and they're sending a car. And from the window of my apartment, I could see the car had already arrived. This was the way it was going to work out.
Very
so of course,
fast.
so I got in it and I was driven to Elstree, I think it was, or was it Pinewood? No, it was Elstree. And they'd already started filming. Wow. And George and Richard Markham, the director, as you all know, were there, and they came in to meet me in their lunch hour. And we chatted away about this and that, you know, more this and that, really. And not at all about Star Wars, and they didn't ask me to read or what I'd done or anything like that. And then they said, well, great to meet you, and off I went. And as I turned in the door, George said, hey, great nose. So, I've done a few auditions in my life, you know, and they've gone, you know, well or not well, but no one's ever said great nose. And I thought maybe this is some kind of code, maybe it's a sort of Jedi expression or something that I don't know anything about. However, when I got home, I realized, you know, that meant I got the part, because my agents had rung me, immediately I got in, and he said, good news, you've got the part. And I said, well, yes, that's great, it's amazing, but all George Lucas said is great nose, so what is this part? And he leafed through his stuff, and he said, well, he's called the Emperor of the Universe. So I said, well, I guess we'll be doing it then. And then later on, as you would all realize, the only part of my face you could see in the end was my actual nose. Everything else was rubber.
There are some great spots, though, too, where it's lit just perfectly. Just
Yeah. Well, you
out
can see
there.
George immediately seeing 300 shots, you know, appear in his head. But then we went on, we did the scenes, and I lowered my voice a bit.
And that was another thing I wanted to talk to you about,
Yeah.
because, so this is for, of course, Return of the Jedi, but in Empire Strikes Back, the Emperor was in it, but it was, I mean, it was
That's
a hologram.
right. No,
It was very different.
it was. No one really knows. You know, it's one of these great Star Wars secrets. You
Yeah.
maybe know. But the rumor was that it was an actress, an American actress, in a mask, with a sort of chimpanzee imposed
Eyes.
on her,
Yeah.
and the voice of Clive Revel, very fine actor. In fact, he was at Anaheim same time as I was
That's right.
a few weeks back.
Yeah.
And so Richard Markman gave me a tape, and he said, if you can get your voice near to Clive's, George might let you keep it. I thought, keep it? You know, it's my voice. He's not going to use my. He's using my nose, and he's not using my voice. Anyway, I started off. Once I saw the face, I thought that, you know, Clive was great, but he didn't know what he was playing. He didn't know what the character looked like. Once I saw this sort of monstrous, I don't know, reptilian frog-like apparition, I thought, well, it's sort of got to be vocalized somewhere there.
Yeah.
And that he should sound, well, really, really repellent. And I'm about to say something that's quite repellent, and you haven't had your tea yet, so bear with me. But I thought he could sort of speak almost on the edge of throwing up.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like that. But as you notice in Star Wars, there are a lot of people on the edge of throwing up. They talk like that. So I thought I would do better than that and drop it down. And I knew a great Japanese actor who could get his voice from somewhere down in the pit of his stomach. So I tried to do that.
And does that come from a lot of theater? Because again, and we were talking about that, where you have to be able to project, because in theaters, when you're doing shows, there's no microphones. So
that's right.
You're trained more to pull it from other places then.
Yeah. So I suppose I got it from that. And as it was a movie and we did it in short scenes, I thought, well, I can probably sustain it for those breaks without losing it.
Yeah.
But now over the years, because I've done it a few times and I've practiced, I find it's sort of there when I call upon it. It's great.
It is a great voice, a great nose, a great man.
Yes.
And the makeup process, now Amy and I were talking about this.
Yeah.
You like this process, right?
I did. It was initially for Return of the Jedi, it was 4 hours in the morning, so I get up very early. You know, it's not unusual for actors to get up early.
Yeah.
And I went in, and Nick Dudman, who was in charge of my face, except the nose, of course, he said, now Ian, the thing you can do for me and be enormously helpful, please say if this is not okay, but you can just fall asleep. So I fell asleep every morning from about 4 a.m. And when I woke up, you know, I'd scream because who knows that.
What did they do? Yeah, that's not the best to wake up to. And the theater is your home, generally.
Yeah,
You're not doing films like this. So the difference, do you enjoy one better than the other, or do you just, when you're in it, you go, I'm doing a film, I'm just going to enjoy this as it is?
Yeah, there are different forms, of course, as you know, and it's a familiar question that actors get. But it's the same thing. I'm sure Amy agrees. It comes from inside, mainly comes from the script and so on. But in the movies, of course, they're photographing what you're thinking, what you're doing, who you're listening to, and who you're contacting. And in the movies, I'm doing a bit of it now, even though I don't need to with a microphone, just because you're all there and you're sitting at the back. In the theatre, we project to you. We sort of transmit a little of what we're doing to you because you're not with us in close-up. Although there are techniques common to both mediums.
And did you have fun, though? Because, like, when you do that, oh, you're so condescending in Return of the Jedi. I went, I'm afraid the Force, it's nice and soft. Did you kind of enjoy that you got to do those softer moments?
Yes,
and
but
things?
when the camera's in close, and you can really do that. And the thing about him, I discovered from the script, that all the words that let's take the word friend, for example, which we use, we've got friends, and we use that in an affectionate way.
Sure.
And I decided the Emperor should do the opposite. Every time he mentioned friend, he really meant enemy. So that word had a particular sort of characterization, friend. Rather than friend.
Hey, we had a great time just a few weeks ago out in Anaheim, California at Star Wars Celebration. Was anybody with us at Celebration? Oh yeah, great time. And we had some. Do we have pictures of Ian and I on stage, right? We had oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that was one of my
very good. I was
favorite moments with you.
The Force was with me then.
Yeah. Any others? Oh yeah, there you go. That's good. Man, that was just because I asked the wrong question. That's why I'm treading lightly.
That's
now.
right. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
That's from Celebration 6 right there, and you actually were giving me a little lightning there. That's very kind of you.
But in a nice.
Yeah, look at that one there. Man. Oh, thank you. My mom is here.
Again.
So, you guys have been great, and I'm wondering, if we could play a little something together. Is that all right if we do a little something together?
Do we have a choice?
You don't have a choice. Because now I'm in control. No, I can't do it. I can't do it with him. All right. I thought it'd be fun if we went inside the Akbar studio. What do you say?
It's a trap!
Oh! It's not. It's not. Okay, here's how it's going to work. I'm going to ask you both some questions about Star Wars, and you just give me your response, your natural response to it.
Okay.
So, ladies first, if you don't mind, Emperor. Yes. Amy, what is your favorite Star Wars film?
Episode 2.
B. She went with B.
B. It's
Just kidding. Yes. Okay. And Ian, do you have a favorite?
Well, Revenge of the Sith for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, got the revenge. What Star Wars sound do you love, Amy?
Star Wars sound?
Yes.
I mean, who doesn't love Chewbacca?
Chewbacca. Oh, do I have Chewbacca?
I don't know.
I think I don't know if I have. Do you guys have Chewbacca? I don't have Chewbacca. Chewbacca is great. We love Chewbacca. There he is. There he is. Ian, do you have a favorite Star Wars sound?
Yeah, well, you can't conjure this up, I don't think. The transition from the voice of Hayden Christensen into the voice of James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
That is the best piece of transitioning I've ever heard.
Okay, Star Wars sound that you dislike, Amy. Is there one that you dislike? As a Jedi, probably.
Yes.
Execute.
The ones that that kill you.
Yeah, it's okay. And Ian, does the Emperor have a sound that he dislikes?
Anything that an Ewok does.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, James, I'm still smarting, with all my evil and all my power to be defeated by a bunch of teddy bears.
Oh, and Warwick Davis will be here next weekend at Star Wars Weekend, so we'll have to, maybe you and I can pull a prank on him or
I think we
something.
should. He's always pulling them on me.
Yes. Okay, favorite Star Wars word, Amy? Do you have a favorite Star Wars word?
Jedi.
Jedi.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, Ian?
I agree with that.
Yeah?
Only you say it differently. Jedi.
Really guttural.
Keep practicing.
This is a good one. What character besides your own would you like to have been? Ian, let's start with you this
Well,
time.
everybody would have liked to have been Jar Jar Binks, wouldn't they?
You took your answer.
I know. Took the words right out of my mouth.
There you are.
Amy, was there any other characters that you were like, oh?
I'd say Ula, the original.
Yeah.
I always thought that Femi,
From Eternity, yeah.
she was just always
Twi'lek.
There you go. There's another one.
Yeah.
Twilight. But
Twi'lek.
yes, I love her.
Okay, and then finally, what character would you not like to be? Amy, we'll start with you. She's just gonna look at it.
You're getting on so well. We've had a very nice day together.
I'm kidding.
No, okay. Ian, is there?
Well, it's easy for me, and I believe he's coming to Disney World in a few weeks' time.
Oh.
In the guise of somebody called Frank Oz, who I work with in another incarnation. But of course, Yoda. Give me a break.
How would the Emperor say? Because we never heard him say Yoda, but how would he say Yoda?
Yes, I don't know. He wouldn't deign to use his name, I don't think. Yoda.
Emphasis on the duh.
Certainly not on the yo.
No, wow. Hey, we've had fun being inside the actor studio, but I think that
It's a wrap.
it's a wrap. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian McDiarmid! Let's hear it for him! Amy Allen, let's hear it for her! Oh. I think this is a perfect moment to do a selfie. Are you guys with me? Okay, you guys come over here.
If you would join us.
Okay.
It's a Star Wars
Okay.
selfie.
So we'll turn this way because we're gonna get all of you in. Okay, you guys gonna get in?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Ready? Say hi. We'll get this over here. Excellent. Let's hear it for him. Yeah. Let's go. Okay. Now. Ian, you may not be aware, but we like to always kind of end the shows with a little combination of Disney and Star Wars. And really, the only person, the only one we could actually think that is a great combination of both is, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Jedi Mickey! Hey, Mickey, how are you? Hey, and our guest.
Careful.
Pleasure to see you again. Welcome back, Amy. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Hey, okay, so Mickey is in his Mickey attire, so Amy?
Thank you.
All right.
Oh boy.
No, it's okay. It's my color.
Okay. All right, there we go. Oh, that's pretty good. What do you think, Mickey? That's good. Hey, Mickey, would you mind helping us close the Stars of the Saga show? Would you?
Gosh, really? It would be my pleasure.
Oh, excellent. Okay, a little music, maestro. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. M-I-C. See you real soon.
See you real soon.
K-Y. Why? Because we
Why? Because we like you.